Hey guys, I'm Mandy, and in today's stream, we are going to do as much as we can today of Witch on the Holy Night. Obviously, come Monday, we won't be playing this for a little while. So yeah, so bear with me quickly, guys, just whilst I do something. Bear with me a second. Always forget how to do this. Always forget. God knows how. God knows how. Oh, God knows how I forget to do this every time. Every time. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Bear with. Right. Why do I always have problems with this? Right, control room. Yeah. Do I always... Hey, darling, bear with me. I'm just trying to sort something out. I don't quite know how. I keep forgetting how to do this, but I do. I'm trying to make it so that it's subscribers only mode. I always forget how to bloody do it because I am stupid. So bear with me 1 second, my darling. The customization. Here we go. You can send messages. There we go. Subscribe modes only. I keep forgetting how to do it. I've now sorted it. Save. Right. Okay. Now that is done. Woo woo. I can actually start. Well, I still need to promote the stream first. But yeah. But I hope you are doing okay, Leomon. Bear with me just whilst I quickly do the Discord bits and bobs there. Then I will get started. But yeah, I will try and do as much of this as I can today. Because like I said, come Monday, I'll be on Twitch for God knows how long. So yeah. Would, yeah. See, I don't know how I do it, but I keep forgetting how to do it. I'm okay, thanks, Mandy. Reconnected with an old email friend. Oh, lovely. Oh, that's nice. Bless you. Bear with. But I'm glad you're okay. And yeah, that's nice to hear. That is always nice when you reconnect with someone. Hadn't heard from him in over a year, but the Book of Faces saved me. Bless you. Facebook saves the day sometimes, doesn't it? Hey. It sometimes saves the day. Yeah. What's the weather like? Well, there's no wind anymore. Let's just say that. The wind's gone for the time being. What, like your end, there's no rain either. The sun is now starting to come out. So for the time being, we are good this end. How is it your end? Right, just quickly promoting this to Twitter. Then we can do this. It's this bit that takes the longest, I'm so sorry. Same here, but Mama Leomon said there's 2 more storms due over the weekend. Oh, lovely. Fabulous. That's just what we want, isn't it? As long as they're not too bad, then, you know. But yeah, right, now we can get started. I'm so sorry, darling. We can get started now. Right. Okay, let's do this. Yep, see, look, it's still saying it's a blocked scene. So if I was just on my PlayStation right now, you'd all have a blue screen, and you don't want that. Papa Leomont is away for the weekend. Oh, bless. So I have the house to myself until tonight. Just me and the muse and the bird. Oh, bless you. Oh, so you're all on your own? Oh, bless you. Right. So I'm trying to think where we were last time. So I think they were doing some cleaning duty or something the last time we did this. They were somewhere doing something, weren't they? The woods or something. And they saw this kid apparently. Yeah, something about a child. I can't quite remember. Yeah. Right, let's carry on with it. We might remember as we go along. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Right, and so the special, there we go, cleaning. There was some cleaning going on. Yeah. And so the special winter cleaning team's activities ended uneventfully. Okay. So yeah, like I said the other day, obviously when I was trying to get back to the right place on the PS4 to this, which was this section, I accidentally pressed the square button. And when you do that, it says you can save it. You don't have to wait for it to automatically save. You can just save it by yourself whenever. I remember Oddbod being in the woods with the guy who tried to punch Ayako and another guy. Yeah, they wandered off somewhere, didn't they? And then they found this weird place and saw a kid or something. But yeah, we'll try and get back on track with this. But yeah, like I said, I'll try and do as much of it as I can today. The time was 3 in the afternoon. Oh, lovely. Upon departing, Kinomi and his crew, okay, invited Tsurujo to come hang out with them, but he declined politely due to his job that evening. That's understandable. A job is more important to earn him some monies. You know, has to go to work. He had about 2 hours until his shift began. Oh, wow. So basically, he could hang out for a little bit. I'm guessing he didn't really want to. Not quite enough time to do anything fun, but just enough time to have to feel with something. Yeah. Even he just hangs out with them for like a little bit, but he probably doesn't want to. Tsurujo thought about relaxing in a park somewhere, but quickly changed his mind after remembering how cold it was, even in the city. Oh dear. I don't mind the cold. I like the cold. Not to forget that Ayako handed him those pills in the morning. Yeah. Oh yeah, she gives him pills, doesn't she? What are they for again? I forget. My goodness, so much goes on in this. It's actually hard to keep up. Ayaka was absolutely correct in her prediction. Heading back to the mansion now would just be a waste of time. Yeah. There was no reason for him to return to the mansion until after his shift at work. So what's he going to do for the next 2 hours then? Building up a resistance to something. Still, Sarujo found himself on the way back anyway. Oh god. Is there any point, dude? Having grown up deep in the mountains, a little 2-hour walk was really no sweat off his back. Yeah, but 2-hour walk, and then he's got as soon as he gets there, he has to leave again to go to work. There's literally no point. But there you go. Misaki was one of the more quiet residential areas in Misaki City. Oh, big words. The only thing that really stood out here was, oh my goodness, bear with me, Shiro. Oh, wow. Whoa. What's that? I remember them saying the pills have a tiny amount. Oh, yeah, poison. And it will build his resistance. I remember now. Yeah, poison. They are poison. I'm trying to pronounce this word. Bear with me, Leomon, my darling. I would not want to live in that hill. No, not at all. Shironuzuka. We're going to go with that. We're going to go with that. So yeah, let's carry on. Move on. Shiro Inuzu. Yeah, seriously, I'm still not doing it. Why do they have big words in this? I still can't pronounce that, my darling. So I'm just going to leave it to what I said beforehand. Let's just move on. It was a hill that led directly into the woods. Lovely. The silhouette of the mount. Fucking neighbours in their cars with loud music. Go away. Fuck's sake. Can you guys hear that? If you can, I don't really want to get copyrighted. If you can, I'd have to close my window. If you can hear that music. Can you hear that, Leomon? If you can, I'll shut my window. Last thing I need is to be copyrighted unnecessarily. Is that the mansion I can see on the hill? Maybe. Right, bear with me. I'm closing my window. I'm still closing it anyway. Bear with me. So that's driving me fucking potty. Fucking neighbours. Bear with me 1 second, guys. Okay. Funny thing is, I've just closed my window and they've just fucked off. Never mind. The window is staying shut. Should that happen again? But I just thought I did want to, just in case. You never know. Right. I just turned my volume up all the way and couldn't hear it. But yeah, better safe than copy. Exactly. Funny thing is, though, like I just said, as soon as I closed my window, it fucked off. But still, I'm keeping it closed. Keeping it closed. The silhouette of the mountains served as backdrop to suburbia, silently overshadowing the small human actions of the people who lived there. Oh, that place though, oh my goodness. The hills, oh. No thank you. Even in this modern day of technological progress, the people here were always careful to pay reverence to the nature around them. If that mansion were a shrine, oh, I hope not. It would not be a haunted house, but a famous tourist attraction. Exactly. Oh god, what's he realised now? The houses around Shironizuka, yeah, okay, were all magnificent, Why put big words in here? Seriously. I'm not great at pronunciation with Japanese. I'm not great. So rude. Virgil understood as he looked from the bottom of this hill, where the rest of the town lived at the roof of the mansion, tucked away in the woods. My goodness. Just looking at that, oof. He understood what Tobimaru was talking about how the Kuanji family who owned the mansion might be the richest people in town. Lucky them. Oh, bless. I think that's rude though. Basically asking for rent, he would have been like, well, no, I don't want to be here, but you're making me stay here. So I'm not paying you rent. It's just rude. Proper rudeness. I tell you. Sergio began walking towards the mansion with such thoughts simmering in his mind. The feeling of the hard asphalt beneath his feet instead of soft dirt felt lonely and isolating. Oh my goodness. I know, stingy witches, stingy witches. They are stingy witches. Yes, you're not wrong there. You are not wrong. He walked along the paved road for 10 minutes or so before reaching the iron fence of the wood. Beyond this fence was the private property of the Kawanji family. I can't believe he's walked all that way. But he's still got to go to work. It was bereft of any awkward no trespassing signs. The tall, overbearing iron fence was more than enough to remind visitors that they were unwelcome there. Well, there you go. Sergio casually pushed on the iron gate. Only 2 days had passed since the end of final exams. 2 days? Really? Feels longer than that. Well, we have been playing this for a while. And he already seemed more than comfortable with the idea of entering this wood alone. Oh my goodness. See, any woods, and I wouldn't feel comfortable on my own. I'd want somebody with me. I'd be like, no, I don't like this. The path to the mansion from inside the wood curved and bent like a snake. Oh, goodness. It took about 15 minutes to reach the mansion on this path. Bloody hell! 15 minutes? What the Scooby? No way. I wouldn't have even bothered. Go with me. Go with me. He could have chosen to ignore the long incline and travel in a straight line through the wood, but he would have expended significant more energy in doing so. No, using the wooded path was a sensible option, barring an emergency. Okay. Bloody autocorrect, what's that? Oh god, I thought the stream froze for... What? Oh, you thought it froze? Why? What happened? What happened? No, I'm hoping it's still going. I'm hoping it's still going, dear. Did something happen? It should still be going. Hopefully. Upon entering the foyer, Sergio heard a conversation coming from the drawing room from the girls. The little leaf thing at the end of the text stopped turning for a sec. Oh, okay. Oh, but at least we're still going. Hey. It was no doubt Ayako and Alice. Sergio decided to join them. Really? I would have just waited until they'd had their conversation. What we're going to find. Ever since final exams had ended, Ayako and Alice had switched from their daily routine to a more irregular schedule. Okay. Ayako would disappear into Alice's room in the west wing of the mansion for a while, where she would remain. If I were him, I'd wait to be. Yeah, I want to be well away, exactly. Wouldn't want to get in the middle of them two. My goodness. Wouldn't even risk it. And Alice would go into Ayako's room, not to be seen again. So they're going into each other's bedrooms. Why? That is so strange. Why are they going into each other's bedrooms? They're swapping rooms. Why? So weird. Or they would vanish into the corridors, leading around to the rear of the mansion doing who knows what, where Sergio was most certainly not allowed to enter. Okay. Strange. Not that he was interested in what they were doing, since Ayako and Alice did not seem to want to include him either, serving both parties nicely. Yeah, but still, it's weird. Changing their routine all of a sudden. And swapping rooms, it seems. Strange. For the time being, the Karanji estate was pretty peaceful. Yep, we're home. Sergio quietly opened the door to the drawing room. Even though they tried not to be involved in each other's business, Sergio made it a habit to greet them. It's just to let them know that he's home, basically. Yeah. The two girls sat across from him on the sofa. Still listening. Baby Poppy requires food and possibly snuggles. Oh, bless her. That is fine. Give her a snuggle from me. If she'll let you. On the table in front of them was a large, extravagantly decorated mirror. Huh. Okay. Ayako was dressed for a comfort, wearing jeans instead of her usual skirt. Why are they changing their routine all of a sudden? I don't understand it. Seriously, don't. In stark contrast, Alice was dressed in her usual all black. Yeah. Are these two not frowning? I know. Strange, right? Even though the break from school was well underway, the witch still insisted on wearing black. Because I'm guessing that's what she's used to wearing, basically. As Ayako had explained, it was probably because it was too much effort for Alice to wear anything else. It takes 2 seconds to put different clothes on. There's no effort in it at all. Rujo's thought was that he would like to see her wear something different. Well, nice cut, like pretty colours, bright colours. Ayako and Alice seemed to be in the middle of some sort of dispute. Oh, crap. The air in the drawing room was tense. Oh, no. Great. They both ignored his greeting. Rude. Do you know what? If they'd done that to me, if I was him, I would have just turned around and gone back out. I wouldn't have even bothered staying there. I would have just left the room. As soon as they ignored my greeting, I would have been like, right, I'm out of here. I would have turned around and gone back out. I wouldn't bother staying there. Alice only briefly looked up at him. Rude. I think it's funny he only refers to Alice as the witch, but not Ayako. Yeah, I've noticed that. Yep, I've noticed that as well. Pardon? What about the Tokugawa point? The pillar is white, so hopefully it won't be so easy to remove. Confused. I'm confused.
ええ。今のところ当川は侵食されていないけど、一つ隣の鈴穂の視点が消された以上、楽観はできないわ。残りの割り出し
I
は
think we just walked
今
into
までより
some
早
rich
くなる。
thing. I don't know if that's the case and he needs to leave. I'm so confused right now.
一個釣れれ
I'm
ば
guessing
あとは
this
芋
is
づる
like
式
a
だもんね。
rich conversation. It has to be because I'm so confused right now.
反省したわ。
Oh,
甘く見て
she
たのは
messed
こっ
up.
ちの方だった。
Oh,
こ
okay.
こからは1週間単位の攻防になるわね。
Confused. The two continued their heated discussion from opposite sides of the table. Ayako neglected to even glance up at Sarujo. Rude. Sarujo sensed that she wanted to concentrate on the discussion at hand. Seriously, I would have just turned around and gone back out the door. I wouldn't just stand there. I would have left by now.
でも消せないな。
Puppet?
あの夜に人形を出してくるタイミングとい
Only
い、
puppet I know
隠
is
し
from
方
the
だけは一級品なうちの視
amusement
点を短期
park.
間で特定すること
That's the
でい
only
い。
puppet I know.
こいつまず間違いなく市
Read
内にアジ
that.
トを敷いてるわよね。
Setting aside the timing of the puppet that night and how quickly they were able to find our expertly hidden sigil, whoever it is most definitely has to have some kind of hideout in the city. Oh, resting bitch, resting witch face. Yep. So they're discussing something about the puppet that night. That puppet looked awful. Well, when I first saw it, I thought it was a spider because of the legs and how long they were, and then you saw this girl's head, and you're thinking, okay. It just looked awful. I can still see the picture of the puppet in my mind. It was awful. Yeah, not nice at all.
なのになんで結界に異常がないんだろう。三崎市一帯の
Are you
先的には
confused, Leomon? Because I
もう
know I
100
am.
年近く破られたことがないの。
It's a demon Silent Hill boss to me. Yeah, like that demon Spooder puppet. Yeah, it did look really weird, didn't it? It did look really weird. My goodness, I'm so confused right now. Ayako bit her nails nervously. Shouldn't do that. Tap tap. Get worms. That's what I was always told when I was younger. Well, Alice nodded along. So just sit there, nod and agree. You know, just nod and agree. It seemed as though she was wondering the same thing. Huh?
母も
Even my mother wasn't
ここ
able
の
to
結
touch
界に
this
は触れな
bounded
かっ
field.
た。
That was Ah, okay. But yeah, I don't know about you, Leomon, but I'm really confused right now. And I mean really confused.
美咲の結界をかいくぐるには、
Yeah,
あなた
they're
のおじい
definitely
さん
having
と
a witch
それ以上
conversation
の
here.
技量を持つ魔術師でないと難しい。
Definitely.
けど、それほどの魔術師なら逆に気配は隠しきれない。
Hmm.
何か特殊な音響法かもしれないわね。ここ数年、新しい
Mm.
サークルの話は聞か
The
ないけど、
demon Spooder puppet was made by someone very strong. And they don't like it. That's what I can understand. Okay, thank you, dear. Yeah, I just got so confused. So confused. But why are they worrying about who's made the puppet? The puppet's gone. It's dead. Well, it should be anyway. As far as we know, it should be dead.
何？シャーウッドの森？ メイキングなら以前アリスの霧が
Oh,
粉
so
砕したじゃない。あ
okay,
れ以上の音響があるっていうの？
right.
例えばの話よ。今回の
Oh,
相手はこちら以上の技量を持っているか、
okay.
こちらの知
So
らな
if
い
they
技
made
術を持っている
one,
か。
they can make others. Yep. Sherwood, just get Robin Hood. He'll sort this out. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing. Definitely.
どちらにせよ評価を
Hmm.
改めるべきね。
Okay.
私たち気づかないうちに追い
He's
詰
just
められてい
standing
る
there.
の
I would
か
have left by now. The two fell silent. Have they literally just noticed that you stood there? Sergio, after some internal deliberation, decided to break the silence. No, just walk out. So I'm home. Yeah, they knew he was
いや
home
ただい
because
ま
he greeted them, and they were just absolute cowbags. Poor Oddbod. He just wanted to be included. Why, I have no idea. Exactly. I would have just left that room. I wouldn't even bother going in that room. Or just, just gone into a different room. Aiko finally looked up at him in response to his hesitant declaration. Rude,
いいからお風呂に入ってきたら。
bitch.
汚れてるわよ、宗十郎。
And with that, Aiko returned her gaze to the mirror. That's rude. Can't believe that. That's fine, but will you please take a bath? You're dirty. You bitch. Alice briefly looked up at Saruja again before also returning her gaze to the mirror. And you have a dirty mouth. I'll get the soap. Perhaps feeling at least somewhat satisfied that his greeting was acknowledged, Saruja left the drawing room and closed the door behind him. I would have left a long time ago. But that is just me. Aiko was right. His clothes were a little soiled. Oh, lovely. Okay. A waste of water. Not really.
そうだ
Not
な
if you're cleaning yourself.
もったいないけど確かに
Saruja returned to his room, thinking that a bath might actually feel pretty nice in this cold weather, despite not really having broken a sweat at all during the day. It doesn't matter, still have a bath. Well, that's our Oddbod. Yeah, exactly. That is why we call him Oddbod, because he's a little bit of a weirdo. Not all there. No, not all there. He climbed the stairs from the foyer and up the second flight into the attic. Okie dokie. Unlike the other rooms in the mansion, this one had no frills to its decor. Okay. I prefer to call him an odd duck because he's odd and cute. Oh, odd duck. Bless. It was a little cumbersome to use as a living space, but comfortable enough for Sarujo. As long as he's comfortable, that's all that matters. Everywhere else in the mansion was a little too gaudy for his tastes. Oh dear. As far as shelter and a place of sleep went, Sarujo was more than satisfied with his accommodations. Really? That's our Oddbod. He's that bloody heart's in the way again. It's driving me nuts. I need to remove it. That's our Oddbod. He's a bit of an odd duck, but we love him. Ah, I get it. He's into minimalism. There we go. Probably. There was no electricity in the attic. Fabulous. Good job he doesn't have a phone then. because he would be able to charge it. The only light was that which crept in from a small skylight. That is it. That is all the light that he gets. Oh my goodness. Not that Sergio minded. He was more accustomed to living without electricity than living with it. Yeah, that's true. He is used to it. With only the faint winter light to guide him, he readied a change of clothes and a towel before heading down to the foyer. Definitely a country boy. Yep, sounds like it. Despite the magnificent size of the mansion, there was only one bath in the whole building. Bloody hell. Really? That's a shocker. And not a particularly large one at that. Whoever the architect was, he or she must not have thought a bath to be so important, or perhaps they were not the bath type. Sounds like the Titanic. Hope this has a happier ending. Yeah. Yeah. Sergio descended to the foyer and made his way to the back of the stairs. Okay. He knocked on the door to the bath. Pardon? As expected, there was no answer from the other side. The only other two occupants of the mansion were still talking in the drawing room. Surely he would have known that there's only 3 of them in there. The other 2 are downstairs. Oh my goodness. Weird. After confirming it was unoccupied, Sergio quietly entered the bathroom. Even though Sergio was not aware of it himself, as was common for him, the only hobby he had acquired since coming down from the mountain was taking a nice, relaxing bath. Better to be safe than sorry. Can't imagine what they'd do to him if he walked in on one of them, or both. Yeah, exactly. Sergio had left, but the 2 girls were still locked in their heated discussion. Oh, bloody hell. Needless to say, the topic of their conversation was still that of the outsider mage who had appeared in Misaki City last month. This conversation they're having could last hours. This was, after all, the problem that had occurred that occupied their time before this whole situation with Sergio arose. Dealing with and eliminating the interloper who had set his or her sights on their territory. So we're going to, I think, slowly find out what actually happened, I think, and what Sergio actually saw. I think we're slowly getting to that part now. Yeah, I think we may slowly be finding out now what's happened, what was going on. Oh God. The fight against this maid has only just begun. Lovely. The situation was growing more dire by the day, until only a couple of days ago the enemy had limited themselves to small skirmishes. I think I got that right. But now they had shifted to a full-on offensive. Oh God. Ayako had 2 major bounded fields she used for defense. Okay. One, the larger of the 2, was placed around Misaki City to detect magical energy and magecraft. Okay. This was used to observe and monitor visitors from outside the city, and was initially set up by Ayako's ancestors, the administrators of this territory, and had no way to be removed. The other was set up to energize and manage ley lines from within the territory. The 5 sigils carved into the earth made up a standard square type array, protecting all that lay within its bounds. Okay, I think we're slowly finding out, guys, what was happening. After some manipulation of the Mana flow, the power within was directed to accumulate at the Kuranji estate. This is to say, the bounded field existed to monopolize the magical energy within Misaki City. There were 5 sigils in total, with the Kuranji estate located in the center. Oh God. If all 5 sigils were forcibly removed, Aiko's jurisdiction over this territory would be entitled only. Without the power of the land to back them up, they would be forced to fight back against their invaders on equal ground, with only their own innate abilities to protect them. My goodness. The only reason Alice and the inexperienced Aiko were able to defend this territory so far was because of these 2 fields. Okay, right, bear with me a second. Yeah, I think slowly we're going to be finding some stuff out, guys. Ever so slowly. Monopolize, like you're saying monopoly. Oh, okay. Thank you, dear. You know what I'm like. Terrible for these things. Terrible, I tell you. Bear with. Right. Okay. The dragnet that notified Azaki of any threats was also her lifeline. But this time, the enemy had somehow slipped through the cracks and was running rampant. Oh God. This was what the girls had to face up to. Oh God.
どちらにせよ時間の問題ね。視点がすべて潰されたら、いよいよここでの籠城になるけど。
Hang on, what? Once all the sigils are destroyed, this mansion will be our last stronghold of defense. Hmm.
別にいいんじゃないの？
My
アリスの言う
goodness.
通り、残りの視点を消されるのは時間の問題なんだし。そりゃ敵のアジトを発見できれば御の字だけど、それは絶対必要ってわけでもないでしょ？視点を消されても、私にはあんまり関係ないし。
Okay.
何より、館の守りはあんたがいる限り万全だしね。
Right. Oh my goodness.
あっちの方から
Think
や
what's
って
gonna
きてくれ
happen
るな
here?
ら、それこそ飛んで火にいるよ。他に心配事なんてないでしょ？
そうね。敵が一人だけなら、その時は鏡の範囲をここに
God.
集中させて戦場にすればいい。私たちにとって
Alice
その方
touched
が
the
有利だ
mirror
った
on
わ。
the table with her pale fingers. What is with the mirror? Seriously. The surface of the mirror rippled like water. The mirror was another protector of Misaki City, separate from Azaki's bounded fields. Okay. More accurately, it was a ploy that existed only to protect Alice Kanji rather than Misaki City itself. It generated a thick fog and acted as an invitation to any visitors, drawing them into its board game-like world. Alice referred to it only as the mirror. Okay. But it was known to her friends as the Mirror of Slumber. Oh my goodness. This was a magecraft that Alice Kuranji wielded. Okay. Within the rippling surface of the mirror, an image of a castle began to form, and also a lush forest, a field, and a river. Do we get to see it? Ayako stared at the mirror in silence before suddenly jumping to her feet off the sofa. Okay, what happened there then? She's had enough now, I
そうと
think.
決まればあとは行動あるのみね。
Right, I think that's their conversation done with finally.
とにかく現場を見ないことには始まらない。
Alice let out a tired sigh in response to Ayako's determination, then gave the mirror a gentle caress. Okay. The sound of dripping water filled the room. Oh, that must be really weird. The mirror began to consume the table in a thick fog with a single caress from Alice. Delightful. Oh, okay.
帰るのは朝になるわね。
We'll be home in no time. You don't know that.
まあまあ、
You don't
そう
know
億
that.
劫がらないで。ところでアリス、
A what?
火の五芒星の退去ってこうだっけ？
Is this the proper way to do a fire pentagram banishment? I feel confused. Again. Ayako traced a shape in the air with her fingers. She mimed a star shape, starting from the top, moving down and to the right. From there to the upper left and so on. Okay. Whatever keeps her amused. Oh.
そろそろ壊す
Since
こと
she's
以外
very
に覚え
clumsy
な
and
い
she
とダメ
breaks a
よ、
lot of things.
青子。
Alice sat up from the sofa, letting out a heavy sigh. They both took their coats from their hangers and left the drawing room. They've gone.
失礼ね。
More
私だって日
studying.
々成長してるわよ。
Bear with me a second.
この間のおまじないだってちゃんと成功したんだから。
Reading is firstly work. Oh, charm.
おまじない？
That's simple mesmerize.
簡単な
Okay.
暗示の呪文。 ほら、アリスが教えてくれた軽く
Oh,
弱く、う
okay.
まく早く。
That
チクタク
light
チク
and
タク
frail,
急げや急げ
nimble
ってや
and
つ。
quick. Tick tock, tick tock. There's no time to waste. Okay. Just like, what?
それ、本当？
Oh.
ほんともほんと。後で総重量に聞いて
Just
みな
like,
さい。
what the hell? Alice swallowed her words, clearly displeased. She likely stopped herself in the time to realize it was not worth the effort to take issue with it. Good question. What is Saruccio going to do whilst they're not there? Probably not a lot. Or work.
大丈夫でしょう。
Oh
アリ
god,
スなら
yeah.
士官と開かずの間に
If
入
he
らなく
thinks
て
to
着地する
himself,
よう
oh,
な
it's
ことは
just me here, I can go into somewhere that I'm not allowed to be. Just have a quick look. But Well, if the doors are locked, then he'll be fine. He won't need to go in there. Like I say, if they keep the doors locked where he shouldn't go, then they'll be fine. Ayako responded hastily as she opens the door to the foyer. As soon as she did, just as quickly as Alice's doubts had gotten stuck in her throat, Ayako suddenly froze, unable to speak. Why? What is going on? Oh, he had a bath, didn't he? Or is he about to have one? For a moment, Ayako wasn't sure who was standing before her. I'm hoping soon we get to find out why he's got those bandages round his neck. It's still confusing me. I need to know why he has them. I don't want to Google it because I don't want to ruin it for myself. But I want to find out. She could only stare at the glinting rays of sunlight creeping into the room as she reeled from the shock. Huh. Her mind was completely blank. That's different for her. It was as if she had just woken up from a nap, or a Jack in the Box had just opened in her face. Leomon wants to know too. Yes. Like I said, that I have been tempted to Google it a few times. And then I thought to myself, no, because I don't want to ruin it for myself. I want to find out myself. Sarujo was probably the only person who truly knew how long that dumbfounded silence went on. Good question.
あんた、こんなところで
Ayako
何
had
してんの
finally
よ、一
found her
体。
voice. Took long enough. Changing clothes.
何っ
Yep.
て着
But
替
why
えてる
do
んだ
it
けど。
there? Where have they gone exactly? Sarujo's response was matter of fact. He offered no explanation as to why he was changing in the foyer and not the bathroom. Is that weird? Not in the hallway, Oddbod. I know. See what I mean? There's a reason why I call this dude Oddbod. Because he's not all there. Upstairs. As we've just found out. Ayako was too shocked to read him the riot act. She'll probably wait till later and then give him a mouthful. Sarujo was putting a shirt on after presumably just getting out from the bath. Wow, our Oddbod is in good shape. I've noticed that, yes. I have noticed that. His neck was wrapped in bandages and he was completely shirtless. I need to know. Surely she has to mention it and ask why he's got those bandages. Surely. Just imagine if she had been a minute earlier. Oh God. His hair was wet, but his skin wasn't glistening from the steam or hot water. He must have washed himself with nothing more than cold water. Oh, I know. Though shocked as to why anyone would do such a thing in this cold weather, she let it slide. But it's bugging me. Why has he got that? It's always bugged me. Since we've ever noticed it, it's bugged me. The source of her silence stupor was simply his body. Rude. Until now, she'd only seen him as harmless. Without his clothing to hide him, however, he was more fit than she'd ever imagined. Oh God. I need warm water at the least. Yes, Liam on his phone. I'll say it's a tattoo. But a rough mountain upbringing where one's body and strength meant survival, perhaps he was even a bit underdeveloped. And on top of that, uh,
それ、傷跡
I
なの
could ask, yeah, I was going to say, she had to ask something. Sarujo followed her gaze. He had something that looked like a burn scar on his arm. Oh yeah, he's got some scars on his arm. Maybe he's the secret son of a Yakuza family. They love their tattoos. I don't know. Yeah, I'm now seeing that on his arm. Got marks on his arm, like scars or something. It was random in appearance, nothing like Ayako's magic crest with its ordered patterns. Oh.
ああ、これか。
Do you reckon that's why he's
ずい
got
ぶ
his
ん前に野
bandages
犬
on
の
as
群れに襲
well?
われて噛みつか
Maybe
れたん
they
だ。
scratched his neck or
命があっ
something.
ただけでも幸運だから、傷跡ぐらいはご愛嬌だ。
A long time ago. He must be talking about when he was a child. Though his life was saved, it was apparent that he hadn't been able to receive proper treatment deep in the mountains where he lived. But why bandages his neck and not his arms? I know. Yeah. Is that all I'm seeing right now? Is how low Ayako's eyes are looking. Pervert. Those scars were proof of that. Considering it had happened so many years ago, it was likely they would never fade. Yeah. If only for an instant, Ayako thought the wild scars left on his skin suited his lean body perfectly. Unless the one on his neck is worse. Our poor Oddbod, I know. I just want to know what's going on and why he has them. Yeah, you could have done that in the first place. I don't understand why he's changing in the foyer.
自分の部屋で着替えるべきだ
Because it's not exactly private, you know. Sarujo sounded slightly ashamed as he put on his shirt, looking at Ayako standing there in cold silence. Yes, do that next time. Exactly. Get changed in private, not, in full view of people. My goodness. The two girls had no response. Sarujo headed for the stairs to go back to his room. Oh god, here we go.
ちょっと待って、宗十郎。
What's going on? Sarujo stopped and turned around. Is she going to I think she's going to mention the neck.
あ、なんていうか。
Ayako looked away awkwardly, apparently not knowing why she had stopped him herself. Huh? What? Oh, this isn't like you.
な
So
んか
what is
青崎らしくない。
Should you get a favor or something?
さっきから変だけど、熱でもあるんじゃないのか
Oh no.
あれから満足に寝てないだろ、
That's
二
funny.
人とも。
He was, of course, referring to the final exams. From Sarujo's perspective, the amount of work Ayako put in seemed strange. Don't have a fever. Well, that was a weird thing to come out with. Do you have a
熱なんてない
fever?
ったら。
You know.
そうじゃなくて、どうしてこんなところで着替えてたのよ、あんた
Ayako
は。
was doing her best to keep her appearances. But for some reason, Sarujo was hesitant to say too much more. Oh, what now?
それは、 言いづらいんだが、
Pardon?
下着の管理はき
You
ちん
need
と
to
した方がいい
take
と
care
思う。
of your
ど
underwear
っちだかは知ら
better.
ないけど。
I don't know whose it is though. What? Why do I feel confused by that? You need to take care of your underwear better. What? That's not just me that's confused by that, is it? Surely. Strange. Alice, who had been completely silent behind Ayako, couldn't resist responding to that statement. What? I know! What a thing to come out with. You need to take care of your underwear better. Why would you say that? He found girls' underwear in the bathroom. Maybe they're not in a good way. Maybe they're holy. I don't know. Yeah, he might have found them in the bathroom. Although she hadn't wanted to get involved, this was something she couldn't ignore. Or that's my guess. Yeah. It's just a strange thing to come out with. It really is. It really is. Okay.
言っておくけど、
It was most
それは青
definitely
子だ。
Aiko. Alice's response was quick and to the point. Okay. Usually when someone answers too quick, it means it's on them, not the other person. Oh, that's funny. But I may have been in charge of
洗
laundry.
濯の当
Oh,
番
God.
は確かに私だったけど。
Ayako seemed like she was just holding back on going critical. I hate Alice, but that right there is funny. Yeah,
とにか
you
く
better get
もう
going
す
for
ぐアルバ
work,
イト
I
だから着替えて
suppose.
くれ。
Although I still don't see the point where he actually went back to the house. But yeah. Sensing that those two were probably about to get into an argument, Sarujo took his chance to leave. That's it, you just leave them two to have an argument. And with that, Sarujo briskly left the scene. Oh god. What now?
アリス、
Pardon? I'll go clean up.
とりあえず
Have the...
片付けて
Oh,
くるわ。
what am I missing here? Alice calmly walked into the bathroom. What was left in the bathroom then that he wasn't supposed to see? Oh, okay. A few minutes later, just as the two were about to head out and fulfill their duties as mages, Ayako remembered something she wanted to ask. I'm still wanting to know why he's got that bloody bandage around his neck. I'm surprised neither of them asked him that. But, you know. Hang on, what?
あれは傷跡じゃな
Do
い
you
わ。
think those scars were... I don't think so. I think they may have an inkling, but I'm proper confused at the minute. Oh, Ayako thinks it was self-harm. Oh. He seemed so proud after all. Oh, I don't know.
だって、
I
あんな
hope
にも
not.
誇らしいもの。
Ayako agreed. What had impressed her the most about those scars was how he treated them simply as part of his past, absent of any regret. Ayako wouldn't have gone so far as to say he was proud, but it seemed her instincts had been correct. I can see why she'd think that, but he just doesn't seem the type. No, see, that's what I thought. He doesn't seem the type to do that, but we could be wrong here. I just really want to know now. I really do. That and one more thing. What? What's going on?
でも一つだけはっきりしたわ。
She
それ
means
じゃ
his
あ
body.
不覚にも見惚れてたのは私一人じゃなかったってことよね、アリス。
Aiko smiled at Alice, like a child who knew they were doing something they shouldn't with their friend. Off topic, but I absolutely love Aiko's coat. I know. That is really nice. I like that as well. Smummy witch. Alice was trying to ignore her as best she could. Oh dear. She looked away without saying a word. Ayako let out a satisfied snicker and began walking towards the front door.
じゃあ行こうか。
Oh, okay,
ま
they're
ずはあの
starting
公
their
園か
little
らでいいでしょ。
adventure
今回の件は
to
あ
find
そこから
something
全
or
てが
other.
始まったわけだし。
You can't unalive him now. He's too hot. She still probably wouldn't care either way, to be honest. She was talking about the local park in Misaki, the place where they had run into the enemy puppets, and, of course, where their involvement with Savujo had all began. Yeah, because I still want to know, though, what it was. Did we see what he saw? It was so long ago now. I generally don't remember if we actually saw what he did. Where Oddbod first saw them. Yeah, it was some kind of woods, I think, wasn't it? Park or woods. But yeah, it's so long ago now. But yeah. Oh, it's saving. Like I said, though, I'm so annoyed. I found out the other day I can actually just press square and save it myself. I don't have to wait for it to save on its own. I can just save it myself whenever I want. I don't think so. We saw we saw them having a witchy fight from their path. Then we found out later Oddbod was there and saw them. See, maybe he just saw them, didn't see what was actually going on. Because there could, I don't know, but I'm just thinking he might not have actually seen what was going on and just saw them there. But I don't know. Like I said, it was so long ago now. Early the next morning, it was 5 o'clock in the morning. Bloody hell, I was still in bed by then. Most people were still in their beds, exactly, sleeping, exactly. Although some 24-hour convenience stores had opened last year, the Saki town was still very much living in the good old days of the early 80s. Or maybe he saw it and just thought, huh, neat. He doesn't seem too freaked out by this magical crap. Exactly. It's like he's not really phased by it. But they're just making it out to be worse than it is. Yeah. Even the tofu shop in the shopping district, known for opening earlier than anywhere else, didn't open until 6. That's still early. 6 o'clock in the morning. Oof. But this was the late 80s, during the latter half of Japan's bubble economy. It was a time when metropolitan areas never slept. Those in the countryside, however, remained in the past. Their homes were blanketed in silence. The streets were empty of commuters, and not a single automobile could be heard. Oh, blimey. The sun was just barely peeking over the horizon. the town would still be asleep for at least an hour longer before it began waking up. During this time that someone stepped onto the Kawanji estate. Oh, an unwelcome visitor? Sarujo was working the late shift during winter vacation and had just come home. Oh, it was him. Okay. He moved quietly through the drawing room so he wouldn't wake up Ayako and Alice, who are presumably still asleep, but they've actually buggered off out. So I was sitting there thinking, who else is going to go in there? The Kawanji estate had a few established rules. Of course it did. One of those rules forbade more Japanese tea. Okay. This new rule had only come into effect 3 days prior. It was proposed after Alice saw Sarujo drinking green tea in the kitchen after dinner one night. Okay. Okay.
Oh?
Looking back on it, the decision had been made rather abruptly. That single gasp of surprise was all Alice said. She grasped her head as if she was battling the most vicious of migraines. Called for Ayako and then made the decision to ban all Japanese teas from this mansion. Okay. Weird, but okay. By some miracle, Ayako managed to negotiate and keep Sarujo's privileges to barley tea. Yeah, to barley tea during the summer. Okay. That is a quick decision. Bloody hell. Is that true though?
イギリス
Even the
さんだって
British
初めはグリー
only
ンティーが
drank
主流だっ
green
たじ
tea
ゃ
at
ない。
first. I don't know. Ayako had clearly hit a nerve with this argument. Yeah. Ayako stared at Alice, fairly certain what she was so taken aback by Sarujo's actions. Yeah. I am really confused.
そこまで嫌がらなくて
Exactly.
も
Why is it such a big deal?
お茶は何だって
Tea
美
is
味
tea.
しいのに。
I don't like the stuff, but tea is tea. Sarujo grumbled to himself while sipping his hot green tea. But more importantly, never try and tell someone what tea they can drink. Exactly. Don't tell them what they can and can't drink, my lord. It's like someone saying to me, you can't have hot chocolate. I wouldn't be impressed because I don't drink tea and I don't drink coffee. So, yeah. He didn't realise that Alice was upset because he had poured his green tea into a teacup meant for black tea. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, she's a weird one, isn't she, for that? She has certain teas. She has certain teacups for certain teas. Leomon likes her tea nice and milky. Good to know. But yeah, she's one of these people that likes certain tea in certain cups, basically. So yeah. And obviously he didn't know that. He's done something wrong and she was just not impressed. That's okay. Leomon will make you a hot chocolate. Ah, when you stop by. Bless you. Very much appreciated. In Sarujo's defense, this was the only teacup that Alice had given him permission to use. So then, in that case, that's not his fault. She should have said to him, this teacup is only for this or only for that. I'm guessing she did not state that to him. It's just for, oh, I'll stick this in it. Everything has its place. Yes, with her, everything has its place. I sort of get it. But just tell him, don't use that cup with green tea. What a drama queen. I know. But yeah, she likes everything to be perfect and in its place, basically. So yeah. At any rate, the early morning was his to enjoy. This was his moment to relax with the Japanese tea set he'd smuggled in. Okay. He didn't use this time to read books or watch TV. He just drank his tea and gazed fondly at the garden, or rather, the dense woods outside. Sarujo simply sat, relaxed, and let his mind wander. Well, there you go. About an hour passed. Just as he was beginning to feel refreshed, he heard sounds coming from the foyer. Another argument with the girls? Oh, I hope not. He knew it was Ayako and Alice talking, so he rushed to hide his teapot and tea leaves in the kitchen. Oh. Hiding the contraband was easy enough, considering just how many unused shelves there were in the kitchen. Sarujo was perturbed by how they wasted the potential of such a splendid kitchen. Well, yeah, at least, use as much space as you need. My goodness. Yes, he is up early.
あら、早いの
Ayako
ね、宗
spoke
十
as she
郎。
took off her white down jacket. See, I like that. That is a nice coat, I will be honest. Next to her, Alice silently took off her black coat.
いや、今帰ってきたんだ。
Another big word.
天城浜の食品工場に深夜のパートで入る
Amagihama?
ことになって。
We're going with
So
that.
tidy.
Amagihama. Wrong. Sarujo stuck his head out from the kitchen and gestured that he was about to put on some water to boil. Alice tilted her head slightly at him. Why, she's not a dog or a cat, is she? No, dogs do that, tilt their heads. My Mildred does it quite a lot. If you say certain words to her, like biscuit. It wasn't that she thought his gesturing was funny or anything like that. Agimahama, there we go. Amagihama, there we go, got it.
天城浜か
Hey,
ら
my goodness. Alice glanced up at the clock in the drawing room and her expression darkened. Hmm.
どうしたの？アリ
Ayako
ス。
asked this from her comfortable seat on the sofa. Alice responded indifferently before finally sitting down as well. Just one spoon of sugar,
宗
remember?
十
I
郎、
would have put
砂
loads
糖
of
は一
sugar in
杯
that
だけだ
cup
か
for
ら
her.
ね。
That's just me though, or put some poison in. There you go. Ayako yelled her matter of course request into the kitchen. Sarujo didn't respond, but it was an affirmative silence. There you go. This was the result of two entire nights worth of cramming that Alice knew nothing about.
アリスは？
Alice
私は
responded out
ミル
of
クだけでいいけど
obligation. Milk with tea? Tea with milk? Got it. Yeah.
了
For
解。
some
ミルクテ
reason,
ィーだね。
Sarujo dutifully answered Alice's request. But not Ayako's.
ま、
Well, there you go.
いいけど、いちいち突っ込んでたらキリがないし。それより珍しいじゃない。
So
アリスがテ
anyway,
ィーバッグのお茶飲
isn't
むなん
it
て。
pretty rare for you to be drinking tea from a tea bag, Alice? Oh dear. It seemed she had
今日は
allowed
疲れた
herself
か
to
ら
accept
たまには
another's kindness, at least for today.
ふーん。ま、いいか。
Oh,
それよ
didn't
り
you say
宗十
something
郎、
weird earlier?
あんた、
What
さっき
weird
おか
was
しなこ
that?
と言わなかった？
Soon find out.
え、別に言ってないぞ、そんなこと。
Oh,
そう。
wasn't
な
about
らい
asking
い
if
ん
she
だ
had
け
a
ど。
fever. I can't quite remember what the conversation was, but the two were conversing over a distance of 4 yards. Okay. Alice decided to add her opinion to the conversation. That's
しずき
kind
君
of
がお
true,
かしなことを
actually.
言わない
This
日
is
は
our
ないと思
odd bod.
うわ。
I
私
don't think a day has ever gone by when he hasn't said something weird. That's true. Yeah, he does have a way with words. Let's just say that. He does say some weird things. Her quiet tone was luckily just low enough that Sergio couldn't hear her from the kitchen. Can you imagine if he did hear her? He'd be like, what? I agree, but
そりゃ
seriously,
そう
wasn't
だ
he
けど、
talking
今ちょっと変だっ
kind
た
of
でしょ。
strangely just now? Was he? I'm trying to think. Was he talking strangely? I don't
い
think
や、
he
何
was,
が
was
引っか
he?
かったのかまではわからないんだけど
Unless
さ。
I've missed something.
そうね。
Mm,
会話
yeah,
自
but
体
this
は
is
普通だっ
Oddbod,
たけれ
don't
ど、
forget.
内
He
容を
has
考
his
えてみる
moments.
と、どこかおかしいわね。
Ayako became gradually more irritated as she failed to grasp what had been odd about the conversation. Oddbod, that's what's odd. Just then, Sergio appeared holding a tray with a teacup for each of them. Don't ask.
何を
Oh,
話して
bless
るん
him.
だ？単に新しいアルバイトを始めただけだろ。
He put the cups down on the black table without making even the slightest sound. Alice couldn't complain about how proper his job as a waiter had made him. Well, there you go. While she didn't say anything out loud, she did nod in his direction to show some gratitude. Okay. Ayako, however, oh god, here we go.
天城浜だっけ。あそこってスタジアムがあるところで
Of
しょ。
course there is.
ツアーの会場になるから時々行くけど。
The student council president, a supposed model student, loved rock bands. Okay. Ayako was secretly obsessed with a number of bands and used to travel way out of town just to see them perform live when she was in middle school. Okay. Of course, this was a word that Sergio was far from familiar from. Okay.
それより、また新しい
She
バイト
has a
始めた
point.
んだ。
I don't quite know
そ
how
ん
many
なに
jobs he
働い
has
てどう
now.
する気なのよ、宗十郎は。
I know he had 2 at one point. So whether he's still got those 2 and another one as well, I don't know. It's hard to keep track of his jobs, if I'm honest.
ああ、よく聞いてくれたね。本人の名誉のために名前は伏せるけど、誰かさんと誰か
Bless
さんが
him.
俺の少ない収入を無慈悲に奪ってい
Oh,
くか
I
ら、
have to work more
働く先を増
because
やしたんだ。
there are a couple of people in my life who like to take all my money from me for every little thing you can imagine. Well, that's poopy. This was a much resistance Sergio was able to give. Yeah. Arako lifted her teacup to her mouth as if she was completely oblivious to Sergio's monologue. Yeah. It does sound rough. Oof. I wonder who they
そ
could
れは
be.
大変ね。
Alice said this as she set her teacup down quietly. There were some things she just did not understand. Ayako had to hold back her laughter as she looked at Alice and Sergio. Why is she laughing, bitch? Oh, bless him.
言った自分が未熟だっ
Oh,
た。
bitches. Sergio's shoulders fell as he said this. Oh. He took a sip of his black tea, still unsure about the taste. Don't drink it if you're not sure of it. Oh, so I'm guessing that's them.
まあ、ア
As
ルバ
long
イ
as
ト
you
が
know I'm
多いって
working a
分かっ
lot,
て
I
くれる
guess
だけで
that's
いいか。
fine. Oh.
そういったわけだから、冬
Oh,
休み中は
yeah,
夜も
that's
留
the
守にす
point.
る。
Those pills.
例の薬はアルバイト先で飲むしかないんだけど。
Oh, good. We've
あ
done with
あ、
those now.
それなら心
Lovely.
配いらないわ。もうあれはやめたから。いちいち作るのも
Oh
面倒だ
no,
し、
she's made something
も
else
っ
for
と
him.
しずきくんに似合うのを見つ
Fabulous.
けてきたの。
Oh, bitch. Look at her face. Aiko had a huge ominous grin on her face. Well, she needs to have that removed. I'd slap that off her face. She put her hand into her jacket pocket and pulled out a little paper bag. Oh, great. It was a small circular object about 20 inches in diameter, wrapped up nicely like a present. Oh, lovely. To quote Treat Williams. Now what?
はい、
Yeah.
これは入居祝い。これからはそれをつけておくのよ、宗十郎。
What's that? Here's a little something to celebrate your moving in here. I want you to wear that from now on. Sergio opened the paper bag. Inside was a white belt. A white belt? But it wasn't a belt for putting around your waist to keep your pants up. To put it as clearly as possible, it was a collar. What? Don't fall for it, Oddbod. It's a trap. They've given him a collar. It's a collar. What the hell? Oh my goodness gracious me. The hell? They've given him a
青子
collar. The hell? Alice's expression darkened at this turn of events. Did she not know that then? I'm guessing Alice had no idea. But it wasn't clear whether it was her friends. Yeah, to quote Stuart Griffin now. Okay, what? Yeah. The assiduousness of sympathy for Sarujo that concerned her. She's an absolute cowbag.
ど
I
う？
would have
気に入った？
chucked that back right in her face. And I mean that. That would have gone straight round her mush. I would have chucked that right at her and made sure that it hit her. Ayako was clearly a little crazy. You're not wrong. She is acting quite strangely at the minute. At least she wasn't totally serious. Well, I hope not. A bloody collar? It was obvious that it was at least half a prank to just see how Sarujo would react. Okay, I'll be nice and give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she thinks it will look better than bandages. Collar, though? My goodness, that's just wrong. I'm sorry. But Sarujo was solemnly considering the collar he had just been gifted. Is he
意
going
味
to
はつかみ
accept
かねるけど、
it?
こういうものを人からもらうのは
It
これ
actually
が初
sounded
めてだ。
like this would be a happy memory for him. No. No, 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 no. Please don't take it. Alice narrowed her eyes at what was transpiring. Yeah. I've seen plenty of anime characters wearing little belts around their neck. Oh. Okay. Still weird though. Exactly. Good question. It's supposed to go around your
け
neck
ど、
though, my dear.
これは
It's
何
supposed
に
to
使う
wear
ん
it
だ？
around your neck, I think.
簡単よ。金庫寺と同じで、飼い犬が主人
There
に
you go.
逆らうと首を絞めるの。
It's
バッ
like
ジ
the
は頭
golden
につけてた
headband
けど、
in Journey
それ
to
よ
the
りは
West.
首のがマシでしょ？
Wukong had to wear it if he stepped out of line, though this you wear around your neck like a dog collar. I'm not impressed by that. Surujo grimaced when he finally understood Ayako's mean-spirited gift. Exactly. And I would have chucked that right in her bloody face. Or just bitch slapped her with it. Either way. Gather round, kids, and I'll tell you the tale of the time Grandpa got a present from a secret dominatrix witch. Jokes aside, I'm not evil. Yeah. Not happy with that. He really wanted to ask her what kind of person comes up with such an evil idea. Or just come out with it. Just say what you think. Don't beat around the bush.
つまり
Just say what's on
秘
your
密
mind,
をば
mate.
らしたり
I
逆らっ
would.
たりしたら首が締まると。
Any secrets I'll obey you. Then that collar will choke me. Oh. I love that. Are you sure you're feeling well?
やっぱり熱でもあるんじゃないのか、青崎は。
Make her wear it. I would. I'll put it on her when she's asleep. Absolute cow bag.
せっかく操縦路に似合い
Cannot
そうなも
stand
のを
her.
見つけたのに。
Ayako still had an evil grin on her face. It needs to come off. I would love to bitch slap her right now. I'm not going to lie. But Savujo had a surprising response to this gift that Ayako had clearly gotten as a prank. Come on then. Oh no.
それもそうか。
Oh,
毎
please
日毒を飲む
don't.
よりはマシだし、
No, no,
こ
no.
のベルト自体いい
Really?
ものだ
Because I
し。
think this is a better suited for a bitch like you. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. No. Don't tell us that you like it.
気に入った。ありがとう、青崎。
My goodness. My goodness. I actually like it. No, don't be saying that. Look, she's shocked. He spoke 100% truthfully, and now she's got a shocked look on her face. Ayako's face contorted in disbelief, and she could only mumble if she was serious. If he was serious, yeah. No, I am choosing to believe.
人の行為はどんなものだっ
Controlling
て
her
嬉しい
by
よ。
pretending to like it. I hope so. Hmm.
それに、それが青崎な
And
ら
you
なおさ
wonder
らだ。
why I call him Oddbod. And with that, Sarujo put the belt around his neck. Oh no. No way. I would not have done that. I would have ran to her and shoved it round her neck. But then again, look at his face. He really does like it. Poor Oddbod. I know. He really does like it. Oh. It's like being a dog with a collar on. What the hell? He placed it over the bandages already there, which I still want to know why they're there. Oh, it's a little tight. Oh, can't you loosen it a little bit?
きついけど、そのうち慣れるだろ
And
う。
there's Alice with her resting witch face, and just a hint of, is he serious? Yeah, yeah. Despite his words to the contrary, Sarujo tugged at the belt uncomfortably and adjusted it. If it's tight, don't wear it. She's blushing. It was such a perverse scene that even Ayako's face was as red as a beet, even though this had all been her idea. And she is an absolute cowbag. Perhaps it was because it gave her such a clear reminder of the scars she had seen the day before. I fucking knew it, yeah.
よし。止め方はこれでいいのか。
Now she's angry. Make up your mind, love.
ね、
Ayako retreated guiltily as Saruto came closer to her to check the fit of his new collar. But she hasn't seen his fantasy. Yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah. Strange. His bare neck, yeah. She's mad he isn't upset. In your face, bitch. No, he's not upset. But he shouldn't have taken it, I don't think. I see, it's annoying because I wish this was one of the visual novels where you could choose when you had options. And if taking the collar was an option, saying yes to taking it or no to taking it, I would have said no. So I'm kind of annoyed that this isn't one of those where you can actually make the decisions in some cases. Like I recently played 7 Days of Rose, and that had decisions that I had to make. So I'm just annoyed that this one doesn't have it, because there'd be so many things that would not have happened in this. I would have just completely gone the other way with this. So yeah, I kind of wish that you could make decisions in this, because I would have said no to that collar. I've been rewatching one of my favorite horror visual novels. Not for Mumu though. It has bad things in it. Oh, I'm curious now though. What's it called? It has bad things in it. You could choose your. Ah, okay. But yeah, I'm just annoyed this one doesn't let me choose stuff. Because, like I said, there would have been a lot of things that have happened in this that I would have done differently. I would have chosen different things. But yeah, now I'm curious to know what it's called. Very curious. 1 hour 38 already. Blimey, that we've been going for. Hour and 38. It's called Saya. You. Hang on. That bloody heart's in the way. Saya no Uta. Okay. I'm curious now. Hmm. No way! Song of Saya. I've recently.
思った
Oh
とはわから
no!
ないのに。
You're saying Song of Saya. Bear with me. I need to check this. Bear with me. I need to check this. That sounds familiar. I think I have a game like that on Steam. Bear with me. I've got the app on my phone, so bear with me. Let me just double check this. Song of Saya. Where are we? Where are we? Or is it in my wish? It might be in my wish list actually. Might actually be in my wish list. Just bear with me a second, guys. Wish list. I've got loads of stuff on my wish list. Bear with. The Song of Saya. The Song of Saya. I've got it. It's in my wish list. In my wish list. Yep, it's in my wish list. Yep. Saya no Uta. Yep. I saw both endings years ago. Both endings are creepy though. Yes, I've got it on my. I've just had a look now because I've got the Steam app on my phone and I have that on my wish list. So yeah, I do have it on my wish list. I do indeed. Yep. I knew I recognised that. But yep, it's in my wish list on Steam. Yep. Oh, how weird is that? She makes food for him that he thinks is delicious when all food since his accident has been nasty. Delightful. I was actually planning to record that at some point as well. We'll buy that first and then record it. It's proper body horror stuff. Oh, really? Oh, no way. Yeah, it's literally on my wish list. I knew I recognised that name, that title of the name. Oh, no. Yeah, I have it on my wish list on Steam. Oh, my goodness. So if you don't say anything, how will I know if it fits right? Oh, I'll just ask Alice. Okay. But yeah, if it's that
Yeah,
bad, Leomon,
Alice
as what you
か。
say, he was in an accident and it messed up his brain, so he sees everything, everyone around him as gross. Meeting monsters. So, if you were to tell me now that it is something not for me, that you don't think I'm going to like or enjoy, please tell me, then I shall remove it from my wish list. Because I don't want to start playing it and it messes with my head. So yeah, if you feel that it's that bad, you think to yourself, oh, I don't really want Moo playing that, then just say something and I will remove it from my wish list. I really will. Sarujo shifted his gaze from Aiko to Alice. Alice stared intently at Sarujo wearing his new collar and said, punk rock.
ロックね。
It's that punk rock.
趣味に走り
I
すぎよ。
can't stop trying to stress him how you want him to look. Oh dear. Okay, it's like this game. There's images with dialogue and sound effects. But do you feel like it's going to be something that's not going to be for me? That you feel like I'm not going to enjoy it? It has really vivid description of some. Oh, does it have? Oh no. If you're meaning in the terms of like gore and injury and stuff like that, then I probably won't. I'm not great with that stuff. Anything gore related or proper injury images and yeah, that's not for me. It's just I saw a tiny bit. It has the R word in it. Bear with. R word. It has people eating people. Delightful. Then you kind of made me rethink that, and I may have to remove that from my wish list. Yeah. Don't think that is going to be something I'm going to be enjoying. So thank you for letting me know beforehand. I do appreciate that. I really do. She could not have put it any more bluntly. Okay.
いや、やかましい、そんなんじゃない。もういい。とにかくそういうことよ。これからはその首は薬の代わりよ。
Okay.
せいぜい秘密を
Okay.
守ることね。
I get you. Obviously, I won't say that out loud. But yeah, I get you now. Yeah. I think I may be removing that from my wish list after the stream. So yes, thank you in advance. Yeah, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I do appreciate that. Really do appreciate that. Plus the people, yeah, exactly. Not nice. But I appreciate you letting me know about that. Yeah, that will be removed from my wish list after the stream, without a doubt. Aiko was oddly emphatic. Actually, empathetic. Oh, I can't pronounce some of these words. Oh my goodness. Empathetic or something like that. As she spoke before stomping off towards the hallway. Oh, okay, right,
これ
okay.
からお昼まで仮眠を取るけど、くだら
Going
な
to
いこ
take a
とで起
nap
こしたら
until
殺
lunch.
すから。
If you wake me up for any stupid reason, I will murder you. Delightful. Delightful. Ayako slammed the door behind her as she left the drawing room. Spot on. Glad to help, but I feel like I spoiled something you wanted to try. Yes, but I would rather know beforehand what's going to happen. See, with me, I'm not the kind of person that likes things like a lot of gore or injury to detail or anything like that, you know, or anything that's, ugh, yeah. By what you've told me, I don't think it's going to be for me. So, yeah, I do appreciate that. But no, do not worry, you've not spoiled anything for me. I'm just glad that you've told me so that I will not play it. Literally, after what you've just told me, it's not happening. No, no, no. Ryujo stared in amazement. Remember Corpse Party? I honestly think Seiya is worse than Corpse Party. It's worse than Corpse. Oh, really? See, I've only done one stream of Corpse Party, so I'm not really that far into it. I think I've only done about, I think it was like 2 hours or something I streamed it for. So, yeah, that I need to carry on with at some point. But as obviously on Monday, no, starting from Monday, I'm going to be going back to Twitch for a little while. I don't quite know when I'm going to be able to go back to Corpse Party, or unless I start Corpse Party from the beginning and make it on the channel as a video. I really don't mind. But yeah, because obviously on Monday, I'm not going to be on here for a little while. So some games are going to have to be left for a little while. Yeah, we're going to be Twitches. But yeah. But yeah, like I said, I don't mind. I mean, I know I have been saying quite often now that I do need to carry on with Corpse Party. So, like I said, I can either wait until like if or when I come back here, or we start again on Twitch and just make it as a recording series, like a recording thing for YouTube. Obviously, all videos, it will have the comments off. I mean, to be honest with you, Leo Mom, and I am going to be honest with you now, right now, I don't exactly feel 100% safe streaming this. Because said person could subscribe to my channel right now, wait the whole 20 minutes to say something and reveal himself. He could do that. So I'm being honest now when I say I don't actually feel 100% safe right now. So yeah. Not good. But it's how I feel. But as I got you here to keep me company, you know, I feel a little bit better. So yeah. Yeah, I don't feel completely safe right now. I will be honest. I will be honest. So yeah. No, yeah, me and all.
なんで青崎は
She just
い
gets
つもいき
mad
なり
all of a
怒るんだ
sudden
ろ
so quickly for like no reason sometimes. For what it's worth, I'm here watching the live chat. All messages enabled. Yeah, I get that. I get that. It's just like I said, he would have to wait the whole 20 minutes, which I know he actually would, and then reveal himself. I'll always watch Moomoo's back and the other side too. Yeah, it's just right now. I mean, as much as I love you being here, I really do enjoy your company. I still don't feel 100% safe. I thought I would just be completely honest about that. So yeah. So yes, but I do appreciate you being here with me and keeping me company. I really do. I really, really do. Always appreciate you. He murmured to himself, forgetting that Alice was standing right there in front of him. Oh goodness. Oh dear.
しずき君には悪意が通じないからでしょう。
That was surprising.
気にする必要はないわ。
悪意って今のが？
Alice looked up at Sarujo's innocent response. There was a glimmer in her eyes that showed surprise at her current actions. Okay.
何でもないから。
With that terse reply, she returned to her usual expressionless self. Her usual expressionless self. There we go. There was no use explaining Ayako's feelings. Yeah. Yeah. Ayako brought that collar for the sole purpose of annoying Sarujo and causing mischief. When things didn't turn out how she'd planned, her conscience got the better of her. Oh, okay. Do you know what? She shouldn't have done it. I'm sorry, but she shouldn't have done it. She is a cruel, cruel witch. And like I said, if I was able to choose whether to have the collar or not, I would have said no. I would have enjoyed saying no to her. I really would. Sarujo mistakenly thought that Ayako was angry at him, when in reality, she was only angry at herself. Well, she's only got herself to blame. It was her idea. It was her idea. She got herself and herself alone to blame. Yeah. Alice didn't bother telling Sarujo all these heartwarming details, though. Okay. Not because it was too much work, just because she was never one to have meaningless conversation. Okay. Well, yeah, she doesn't really seem the type, does she? If I'm honest. That was how she had been raised. Okay. Why is she so interested in my plans for the rest of the day?
これからどうするの？
Why? What you want to do to me? Poison me? Alice suddenly changed the topic. Okay. Sarujo thought for a while before replying. Yeah, that's why I'm always saying think before you speak, bod. That's what I'm sitting there always thinking to myself quite often playing this. Think before you speak. Don't blame him. I think I might do the same after this. Just chill.
ここのところ忙しすぎた。
Oh,
せっか
good
くだ
boy,
からテレ
actually.
ビも見ていたいし、お昼には青崎を起こさないといけないだろ
Yeah, just keep it down.
そう。
Keep the
な
noise
ら静かにしてい
down.
て。
Alice let out a gentle sigh and rose to her feet. Okay. Nearly 2 hours been going, guys. Wow. Oh, well, I did say that I wanted to play as much of this as possible today. So, just keep it quiet. Yeah. Sarujo would understand exactly what she meant by those words in just a few minutes. Oh, God. Saving once again. What's happening? The sun shining through the window was bright. It was just about 9 o'clock, about time for the morning television programs to get going. Sarujo was sitting on the sofa, staring out the window at the scene outside. What's going on? The view from the neighbouring sunroom showed a country yard in a state of disrepair. There we go. Sergio could appreciate the outdoors in both its natural wild state and when tamed by human hands. State of it. It's like a jungle out there. Really like a jungle. Sergio muttered to himself, turning another page in his textbook. On the table before him was a mathematics textbook and a note with Ayako's name on it. Okay. Although at first glance he appeared to be a diligent student studying on his day off, he was in truth only doing so as a compromise. Okay. He had given up on his main intent of watching the morning television shows. The reason why he gave up was simple. He was being considerate of Alice, who sat in front of him with her nose buried in a book. Once it gets to 2 hours, I might end it, dear. Instead of holding herself up in her room, she had brought out her old, dusty books to read. This is what she meant when she had said to keep quiet. Oh, okay, so Sergio found it difficult to turn on the TV. I think this is the least bit Alice has been. Yeah, I know, yeah. Yep, definitely. Oh, dear. See, with me, when I'm reading a book, I have to have complete silence. I really do have to have complete silence when I'm reading a book. With that decided, Sergio resigned himself to reviewing some of the practice problems he'd gotten wrong. Okay, I take it back. She's still a bit... Yeah. Yeah. In the drawing room, for some reason, there wasn't any particular purpose in doing it there, but he also had no real reason to study back up in his room. And so there he was, leisurely highlighting his textbook with Alice there in the same room. To Sergio, there really was no difference between his room in the attic and the drawing room with Alice. To be fair, he could probably live with a tiger as long as it didn't cause any trouble. Oops, I'm always reading what Silver really. That was both Sergio's biggest strength and his biggest weakness. See, I don't know how you do that. Listening to them and then, like, you know, reading, it was, my mind would just go nuts. It'd be like, whoa, one or the other. But that's just me, though. Before he knew it, the clock was showing 11. He'd spent 2 hours doing his math problems, but wasn't even halfway finished. More than that, he was disappointed in himself for lacking the courage to speak up at all. Just type the occasional comment and they never know. Well, good point. Good point. He dropped his mechanical pencil onto the notebook and watched it roll away. I told you, Hannah, I've seen Ari so many times. I know the script by heart. He also knew that she had hardly gotten any sleep recently. I'm guessing it's been like a billion, trillion, well, so many times that, you know, you've seen it. But as long as you still enjoy it, no. If she had been able to ignore him during exams, she probably would have had an easier time. Today's nap was probably the first proper sleep Ayako had gotten in days. Exactly, yeah. Though she showed no signs of exhaustion, despite the fact that she must have hit peak long ago. She always seemed raring to go. And I pressed the square button, and look what it's done. I pressed the square button and I can save it. Like, dude, really? So I'm going to end it there. I'm going to save now before I forget. So, yeah. There we go. And it's saved. How annoying is that? I could have just done that. Honestly, it gets a bit boring, hun. Why not RE2 remake? RE remake. Why always 4? I'm going to be honest. As soon as Riolu mentioned it in his Discord, I was like, no, I'm so bored of RE4 content. I know it's not his fault, but I'm just so bored of RE4 content at the minute. I've seen it so much recently. But yeah. Never mind. Yes, I've saved it. I've been able to save it manually. I didn't know after all this time that I could actually save it manually. So yes, I have literally just done that now. But yes, obviously Sunday will be the last YouTube stream for a while. I literally don't know how long for though. Whether it be a month, 2 months, I don't know. It's just I need to change platform to feel that little bit safer. And I show up to be supportive. The downside of being a good Leomon, bless you. You are very supportive of everyone. I will admit that, very supportive of everyone. So yeah, I literally don't know how long we are going to be away from this. But Sunday is the very last YouTube stream for a while. Thanks to the nice chill stream, I always feel better after being here and love and appreciate you a lot. Oh, bless you. I love and appreciate you a lot too. But yeah, I was going to play, for my last YouTube stream, I was going to play Alice. But if there is anything in particular that you would like, Leomon, just let me know. Whether it's something fun, like, I don't know, Call of Duty, Fall Guys, Dead by Daylight, it could be anything that I've played recently. If you'd like me to play any of those, that is absolutely fine. Because like I said, I shouldn't really start Alice again, because obviously it's going to be a while again until I can go back to it. See you on Sunday. Have a good night all. Stay safe, stay cool, and hug your fur babies all. Yeah. Absolutely. And do you realise, my darling, the whole 2 hours, you have been the only person that's commented in this stream. I appreciate you. Thank you. Otherwise, it would have just been me. So I do appreciate you. Yeah, I do appreciate you for that. With my last line of chat, I cast Zoidberg and bless Mandy. Bless you. Well, thank you, darling, for popping in. Well, thank you, Mandy. No, you're welcome. You're welcome. But yep, you are the only person that's actually spoken to me in the stream today. So I do appreciate that. Otherwise, it would have just been me on my own. So yeah, I do appreciate that. But yes, I am back Sunday for the last YouTube stream for I don't know how long. I have no idea until I feel comfortable to come back, basically. But yeah, like I said, I will play anything in particular that you would like me to play. Just let me know in the Discord, hon. Let me know. If there's anything in particular, like something fun that I've played on the channel before. But until then, guys, stay safe, stay awesome, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys. If Baby Teddy and Poppy ever learned